CruisePlanners JBR presents Cruise Ship for Rookies.
Our wheelchair cruise ship's wheelchair friendly. Linda Ambrose from Facebook wanted to know.
They've gotten better with that over the years, of course, but they actually have staterooms that are handicap accessible. In February, we took a group of people, and two of them had scooters, the Amigo type scooters, so they had plenty of room to get in and out of their rooms. There's ramps to get off of the ship. Are they, like the Disability Act in the United States? No, they're not, because they're registered outside. But they have lots of people to help you. I can get you wheelchairs and scooters. And if things go wrong, the ships have some wheelchairs. Unfortunately for Linda, when they went, the wheelchair that we got them kept breaking. So the ship actually gave them a chair to use, but there's always a backup.
Yeah, and I know that, because like when we went to Disney, I was wondering, because like when my grandson was young, we wanted to rent a stroller and that. So instead of going through, I shouldn't say the company, but this world famous resort, it was very expensive to rent one. So, but they had an offline place not that far away, and they actually delivered it, and you could rent it for a week ahead.
Yeah.
Is that the way to go with it?
Yeah. There's several companies, and I won't name those either. But yeah, if you need that kind of stuff, you can let me know, and I'll order it, and it'll be there either in your room or you pick it up on the port terminal in the kiosk. So
and it really is cheaper to rent ahead of time instead of right through the
a scooter for an entire week, an Amigo type scooter was $200 for the entire week. So yes.
And you compare that to like this world famous resort, it's like $65 a day. So
yeah,
you do the math.
Okay, we can move on to what are we going to do on the ship?
Yeah,
right?
Let's do this on the ship. Okay, what's the first thing I'm going to do when I get on that ship?
The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up and get something to eat. I mean, you might as well, right? It's around lunchtime anyways, and you're going to do a lot of exploring, but that's pretty much what everybody does. They have, they go up and they get something to eat because it's, like I said, it's lunchtime, and you eat a lot on a cruise. You just do. Because food's available all the time. I mean, like the pizza place is open 24 hours.
Oh.
So if you know what, if you go hungry, it's your own doggone fault. Okay, it really is. And one of the questions that we got was, well, what if I'm on a gluten-free diet kind of thing? That's what you tell me, and I make arrangements ahead of time for special dietary needs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, like people who are allergic to peanuts too and all that.
All those kind of things. Don't take anything for granted. Don't assume I know anything. That's one of those things that we have to have communication with. So you're going to go on. You're probably going to get something to eat. You're going to take that map that you got, and you're going to start exploring the ship.
This reminds me of a thing I saw, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I know this one cruise ship, which is a very famous company, runs it too, and they also have a theme park. They have it set up where actually your waiters follow you. Like you may have situated for a dress-up night, or they recommend you to go to another meal another night, when your waiters actually follow you and they know your dietary and what your likes.
You have the same, even on any other ship. You sit at, if you go to the main dining areas, you sit at the same table every night. You work with the same people all the time.
That's good.
Yep, absolutely.
That way they know, and they know what your kids like.
That's
and
correct.
Everything.
And they're very, very good.
And they know if your kid's upset about what they're upset about. As far as food-wise.
Yeah.
Probably. Do I got to tip the waiter if I'm eating there?
You don't have to, no, because that's part of the daily gratuity that's charged to you. Generally speaking, everybody tips them something at the end of the cruise, but there's no set fee.
Going back to the very first time on the ship, and thinking of the famous TV show Love Boat, the old Bon Voyage party.
Yeah. Well, they don't do that on the ship anymore, but as far as if you're booking a group with me and you live around where my house is, we do a Bon Voyage party. All my groups, they come over to my house. We have stuff to eat. If you want to bring your own beverage, that's fine. And it's another way for you to get there and ask questions. And again, I give stuff away.
That's kind of a good idea. To have like if you're going to have a group, having a
you get to meet everybody that's going. You know, if they're within driving distance, they come to my house, and I'm fortunate enough to have a very large finished basement, and we go downstairs and get together, have something to eat, ask questions, tell stories, you know, all that kind of good stuff.
Okay, this one, and this may be my own paranoia or whatever. As you know, I'm a recovering alcoholic, 20 years sober.
Congratulations.
And is that something I got to worry being around the...
Absolutely. You can go, you know, there's shows going on, there's all kinds of stuff going on all the time. You know, the bars, the big bars are around the pools, you know, that kind of thing. Of course, you know, ultimately it's you have to make that call on what you can and can't do, but it's not like you're trapped in an area where there's a bar.
That's what, you know,
no.
My concern is. I mean, I'm good, and I'm sure most people are good at certain things, but after a while when you see everybody else, you know...
Well, there's temptation, right?
Yes.
Now, where the big pools are and the whirlpools, and there's bars at each end and stuff like that, there's also a next level up where you can take the stairs or the elevator and sit in lounge chairs and look down on the people and not have the bars. Okay, so you can enjoy the outdoors without having to be right next to them.
And I'm not trying to be a prude here. You know, what you do is that's up to you. And that goes with my next question, too. I've raised my kids. I got a grandkid. It's not every day, but I love him dearly. But there are times, you know, me and the wife, we don't want to be around kids, you know. It's just the noise and maybe our age, you know. Is there stuff, you know?
Yeah, but that kind of gets, we touched on that in one of the earlier episodes, but the ships are so large and there's so many things going on at one time. And if the kids are registered with the kids program with that particular ship, they're probably going to want to be there doing scavenger hunts and making hot crafts and watching a movie or playing video games and stuff like that. They don't want to be with you either.
Right.
They want to go with their own friends out to the kids zone, the splash zone, or you know, they call that different things in different cruise lines. But no, there's lots of things. And seriously, I have been on a cruise more than one time with a group of people and haven't seen them until we go on an excursion. You have to sometimes go out of your way to find people.
And for some people, is there like churches on the ship?
Yes, there are. Absolutely.
You know, different
denominations. Yeah. Well, I think there's one general chapel, and you just perform whatever type of individual.
Okay, pool safety. Let's go with the parents that's got the kids. Is there lifeguards around the pools?
No, not actual, like in like you see in a movie, sitting up on top of a chair, that kind of thing. Ultimately, it is the parents' responsibility. But trust me, there are so many people around. If anything happened, it's not going to be an issue. Especially there's workers from the ship. It's not like they're not there. They just don't look like lifeguards. You know what I'm saying? If something happened, there is obviously help available, and there's safety equipment all around the pools and all that kind of stuff, of course.
As you can see, I'm no longer in shape in that. My question is, I'm very conscientious of my size and that as far as going to the pool and hot tubs. I kind of like to be away from the cool kids. Is there like certain areas, for like the older people?
Yeah. Well, first of all, don't worry about that, because trust me, I've seen some awful stuff. And luckily I don't know them and they're not watching probably. Although with the internet, who knows, right? But there is a thing they have up there. We always could do the hairy chest costume or the belly flop and, in the pool, the contest, do the hairy chest contest. that kind of stuff.
And
Trust
don't
me.
worry, I don't wear Speedos. I wear a t-shirt.
Yeah. But yes, there actually is on every ship, there's always a 21 and over area where it's really quiet, really calm, has its own little whirlpool, maybe sometimes a little swimming pool kind of thing. But there's, like I said, the ships are over 1,000, or right around 1,000 feet or bigger, and 14 decks or so that you can escape at just about anything.
That's good. Let's go to offshore activities for a bit. If you think of something about on ship, go ahead and mention it. If I'm going offshore activities, do I got to worry about like a language barrier?
No, you don't. Here's the thing. First of all, I never suggest that you don't go with an organized group. Mm-hmm. Okay, whether you do an excursion that I arrange, or you do a ship or excursion that the ship arranges. If you go with the stuff I arrange, I've used, and all of the cruise planners people have used these people for years. Mm-hmm. Always licensed, always bonded. Same with the ship. They speak multiple languages. They know where they're going. They know what to expect. They're prepared for just about anything that happens. Generally speaking, my excursions are less than the ships. Almost always, because we use private people and local people. Yep. Rather than the ship people. But it just scares me half to death. And if those of you that have cruised before, you know what I'm about to say. The people will walk off the ship, and it's just like walking into Panhandler's universe. Who wants to go here? Who wants to go there? And come on, let's go back here, and we'll get in the van and go do this. And people do it, and most of the times there's never an issue. But we talk about we're in a foreign land.
Yeah, that's what
we're awful trusting sometimes of people. So stick with a group.